you are your own best financial advisor. Ikaw yung nakakaalam kung ano yung best sa'yo. But how I do it, I consider the target date, and then I consider how important is this to me. And that's how I choose kung ano yung asset na uunahin or ipa-prioritize.
You need to say no to something so that you can say yes to another thing. Kung talagang
Definitely.
gusto mong maging milyonaryo, mabuild yung business, you need to really sacrifice some things that are comfortable, which is yun nga, yung mga nagpapasaya sa atin. Kaya, kumbaga, there is a cost sa mga dreams natin. Kasama na yung mga binge watching natin. Hindi naman sinasabi na wag mong gawin, but i-schedule mo na lang para may nagagawa ka pa ring productive. And like what you've shared, Fitz, no, yung talagang disiplinado ka in terms of your schedule, in terms of yung tamang time lang sa pag-play. In terms of saving, what is your strategy in terms of saving? Kasi minsan pagka pumasok yung pera, biglang nauubos agad. So what is your strategy there? And anong ginagawa mo kapag may temptasyon na parang, oy, biglang nagkaroon ng sale or nag-11-11, nag-12-12, yung mga ganyan. So any tips para at least matulungan the people who are watching in terms of saving?
Para sa akin, ang pinaka-effective talaga na saving strategy na nag-work sa akin is yung paying yourself first, no? I started back then 5% of my income. So automatic pagdating ng sweldo, 5% online transfer dun sa savings account ko, and unti-unti lumaki na siya. Right now, I'm at 30% saving rate. So of course, because I'm a professional, wala ako nung 15-30 na sweldo. So whenever I receive, I get paid from projects or whatever, automatic na yon. 30% I put it in my savings/investment fund, no? So ganun lang, and whatever is left, that's what I budget. So very important din sa akin na doon sa budget ko, meron akong budget for entertainment and for shopping. So siyempre uunahin yung essentials, yung food, utility bills, etc. And then whatever is left, at least alam ko na sa next na sale, meron akong 3,000 pesos na pwede kong ipambili ng kahit ano, di ba? Or alam ko magsa-summer, so I'm sure meron akong out of town na yaya from barkada. Tatanungin ko na yung mga friends ko, ano ba tayo? Out of the country or out of town lang? Kasi as early as January, iba-budget ko na yan kasi ayoko na nabibigla. So for example, this year gusto nila out of town lang, so hindi pa decided kung saan, but definitely usually siguro La Union lang yan, or siguro pinakamahal na Cebu or Boracay. So meron na akong target amount. So every month binabudget ko na, ito yung pang out of town summer beach namin ng friends ko. So ganun yung ginagawa ko. Ang saving rate ko is 30% that I immediately take out whenever I receive payment from clients or whenever I get income from my businesses, no? So, syempre important yung emergency fund, but in excess of the emergency fund, ini-invest ko na yon, which depends on my financial goals. So, meron akong short-term, medium-term, and long-term financial goals. Depende na yon kung saan ko gusto i-prioritize, yung anong goal yung gusto kong i-prioritize. More often than that, syempre yung mga short-term goals yung unang nalalagyan, and then important din yung mga long-term goals for me, such as yung retirement fund. So I try to make it, I would like to say fun as possible, but parang hindi ko siya ginagawang boring activity, kasi kasama sa pag-i-invest ko is a little bit of daydreaming na, ito nag-i-invest ako para sa retirement ko. Ano bang gusto kong gawin sa retirement? So may konting daydreaming para may motivation ako na lagyan pa siya, no? Or nag-i-invest ako kasi ang short-term goal ko ay bumili ng bagong phone next year. So ano na, no? Ini-expect ko na next year siguro ito na yung mga phone models na mabibili ko, etc. So, I do a little bit of daydreaming para lagi ako may motivation to continue investing. But that's basically how I manage my money. As much as possible, I don't really complicate things. This is how I learned money management when I was still starting, and up until now, since it worked for me, tinuloy-tuloy ko na siya, no? So, yeah. So, that's how I do it.
Yeah. Ang ganda ng sinabi mo na pay yourself first because yun yung kailangan natin investan sarili natin kasi if we're not okay, hindi tatakbo yung business natin. Kaya it's really a good reminder. And aside from the business, I know that you have multiple streams of income. Meron kang stocks, meron kang mga forex. So, how do you go about that? Nagre-real estate ka rin ba? Ano yung mga strategy mo sa pagda-diversify or yung mga multiple streams of income?
Oo. It's something that I learned when I was new to business na ang hirap mag-rely sa isang source of income. So, may konting paranoia ako noon kasi what if magka-lean season itong business ko, di wala akong kinikita. So, that's how I learned to create multiple sources of income. At the start, nag-freelancing ako, no? So, freelancing, eventually, I said to myself na hindi naman pwede lahat ng sources of income ko ay active income. Hindi pwedeng lahat kailangan ng effort from my part. So, that's when I discovered investing. So, at first, ang pinaka-madali kasing passive income is investing sa mga dividend-paying stocks. Kasi yun yung may cash flow. But eventually, I discovered investing in bonds. And then, I said to myself na mas malaki yung kita sa mga appreciating assets like individual stocks, mutual funds. So, I started ang first diversification ko talaga is mga paper assets. Kasi yun yung accessible na kagad sa atin, no? And then, I learned that each investment should have a financial goal attached to it. So, doon ako napaisip, ano ba yung mga goals ko? And then, doon ako nag-design nung portfolio ko na, okay, kailangan kong lagyan ng financial goal itong mga investments ko. Hindi pwedeng lagay lang ako ng lagay kung saan-saan. So, doon naayos yung investment portfolio ko, and one of the goals that I have is to have a comfortable retirement, of course. So, inisip ko, pag-retire ko, hindi na ako magtatrabaho. Ideally, I will stop working for money. I will probably still work because I want that work. But how will I get my cash flow? Saan ako kukuha ng pang cost of living ko? That's when I realized na important na meron tayong business, and number 2, maganda din na meron kang real estate, may rental income ka. Kasi yung internet cafe ko noon, naalala ko, yung landlady ko, ano sila mag-asawa na matanda na, and nung kinikwento niya, meron siyang 6 na commercial space, and yun lang daw bubuhay sa kanila. So, na-realize ko na, maganda strategy yun kasi wala na silang ginagawa. Naniningil na lang sila every month. So, sabi ko, okay, if I have the financial capacity already, I'll probably invest in real estate rental properties. So, it's not just because I want to diversify. I have real estate rental property investments because ang purpose yan is yan yung magiging source of income ko when I retire. So, yes, it's important to diversify, but it's also important to diversify wisely, meaning attach a financial goal to your investments kasi depending on the importance and the target date and the amount nung financial goal mo, yun yung magbibigay sa'yo kung ano ba yung pinaka-appropriate or the best type of investment that you should put your money in. So, yun yung yun yung priority ko pag sinasabing kailangan mag-diversify. Let's look at your financial goals and build your way up there, no?
Right. You mentioned each asset should have each financial goal. Hindi yung basta bara-bara lang na, ito, basta yan, meron na. Kumbaga, kailangan may goal siya. And since you have been diversifying. Meron stocks, merong forex, merong bonds, merong CFDs, merong real estate. Paano mo na ano yung mga percentage nun na allocate sa iyong total portfolio? How do you go about that?
Ang unang kino-consider diyan is yung target date. Kasi kailan ko ba kailangan yung pera, no? So siyempre, nauuna yung mga short-term goals and ang sa akin kasi is ano ba yung outlook nitong asset na 'to? Kasi if optimistic yung outlook, then I will try to find a way to invest more there so that I can achieve yung financial goal ko faster. So siguro to illustrate, short-term and medium-term goal, uh, right now, ang isa kong goal is makabili ng bagong laptop 2 years from now kasi feeling ko ma-optimize ko na yung yung use ng laptop ko kasi currently parang 4 years na itong laptop ko. So in 2 years time, bibili ako ng laptop. Tapos isa ko pang goal is in 5 years time bibili ako ng bagong sasakyan. So meron akong those are two example ng isang short term kasi 2 years tapos isang medium term no 5-6 years. Hindi naman ako strict doon sa 5 years eh. Basta 5 or 6 years from now I'll probably buy a new car. So ngayon, nag-iinvest ako. Ang tanong ko sa sarili ko is magkano na ba yung naipon ko for my new laptop? Kasi kung medyo malaki na tapos kasi yung bago kong laptop nasa ano lang yun eh, digital bank na high interest savings account. Sabi ko, mukhang kakayanin na to, maaabot ko na yung target amount ko, then I will allocate to other assets already or other investments. Ngayon, for example, biglang nagkaroon ng major repair yung kotse ko ngayon, tapos feeling ko, nako, parang yung 5 years sa target ko, baka mas mapapaaga yun, no? Siguro in 3 years or 4 years time, bibili na ako ng bagong kotse kasi baka tuluyan ng masisira yung current na ginagamit ko. So, when I'm choosing kung saan mag-invest, probably I'll put more money towards those na pambuo nung bagong down payment ng bagong sasakyan. So, it really depends on your life circumstances. Depende dun sa target date and depende dun sa ano ba yung important para sa'yo. I know, for example, yung mga young newlyweds, usually ang priority talaga niyan is makabili ng sarili nilang bahay. So, I would meet mga couples na talagang lahat ng investable fund nila it's toward buying the new home. Wala silang ibang goal, no? Kahit na 10 years na yung laptop ginagamit nila, ayaw nila bumili ng bagong laptop kasi talaga ang nasa utak nila kailangan kong makapag-down payment sa bagong bahay. So, to each his own. I always tell people that personal finance is personal. There's no one right way to manage your money. Kung ito yung ginagawa ko, hindi ibig sabihin ganun din yung gagawin mo. And that's how a financial planner or a financial advisor can help. Kasi minsan kailangan mo ng personalized na advice. So of course, everything that we're saying here are general advice, so mga sabihin na natin na usual scenario. But at the end of the day, it's always important to know yourself. You are your own best financial advisor. Ikaw yung nakakaalam kung ano yung best sa'yo. But how I do it, I consider the target date and then I consider how important is this to me. And that's how I choose kung ano yung asset na uunahin or ipa-prioritize pag nag-i-invest ako.